The fifth wave, which you are seeing currently, is a much milder wave than the ones, or the virulence is much milder than the ones which you had seen earlier. So if you do get the symptoms, and believe me, you are very likely to get it very soon if you have not already got it. So in that situation, there is no need to panic. Just take symptomatic treatment and monitor your vitals. By vitals, I mean only your oxygenation and your temperature and pulse. And if they are within acceptable limits, if the fever is not very high, just keep on taking normal medications for it and you should be all right. This wave is not affecting the lungs as the previous waves, so the oxygenation is not dropping. However, we are seeing two subgroups in this particular variant. One in which it starts with fever and it typically rises up to 101, 102 almost, and the fever lasts for about 3 to 4 days. Taken only symptomatic treatment of paracetamol and supporting vitamins and nutrients, you are absolutely fine. And the other one is of a cough, like a running nose, cough, body ache. Both the things get body ache over here, and that you again take only the cough syrup and it's fine. All these patients which we have investigated up till now have not shown any serious complications. So there is no need to panic. There is no need to rush to a hospital. But be in touch with your doctor and remain at home, isolate yourself, and just maintain good hygiene so that you don't infect others. That's all. See, basically the same parameters hold even now. So if the oxygenation falls below 90, you need to go to the hospital because there is a very high chance that you may be still having the Delta strain. This Omicron strain which is currently happening does not affect the lungs that much. And the saturation is remaining stable even in octogenarians. We have had people who are 80 plus who have got this disease and they have got fever, they got cough, but their oxygenations have not dropped. So it's not that this particular wave is creating that kind of situation. But yes, if it does drop, you have to go to the hospital. And that remains the same. Otherwise, you can safely remain isolated at home and be treated at home itself. There is no need to panic. This particular disease is a much milder form, but it's very highly transmissible. So if one gets it, if proper hygiene is not maintained, others in the family also are very likely to get affected, whether you are vaccinated or not vaccinated. Or even if you have had a COVID infection earlier, you can still get it. So this particular wave does not get any immunity from your past infections. So that you have to be very careful. But oxygenation, yes, you must monitor because prevention is always better than a panic attack later on. Retesting is strictly not necessary because once you are turned positive, this particular wave generally by around fourth day the symptoms start waning back. Seventh day onwards, even the government is saying if you are asymptomatic, you need not get tested, 10 days of isolation and you can be back to work. In fact, the government has advocated 7 days for healthcare workers because as you see, the doctors and the nursing and the other back-end staff for the hospital, they are also falling sick rapidly because of this high transmission rate. So 7 days of isolation for healthcare workers if they are asymptomatic is what is being mandated by the government also. There is no need to retest at this junction. After 10 days, you can, if you are asymptomatic, after 10 days, you can resume your activities.